just gonna show you a little bit of my skills. How I'm really sorry. I barely started this one right here, and I was going through it, and I go, why not just get live for YouTube? So this is I'm gonna do a little crossover where I have Spider-Man turn into a zombie, or he's already been a zombie for a couple of years, and his mask is all chewed up, and spider sense didn't work the way it should be. So we're working with his mouth. The saturation of expression always counts in a drawing or on a comic book or on a panel, whatever you want to be talking about, especially if it's action or horror. Really have to show a lot of expression on their faces, from danger, from happiness, screaming. I think I learned a lot of the facial expressions with my mom, especially when she gets super mad at me. I think that's where I learned it. She used to chase me down with a chancla. It was so scary, man. So one time I decided to cut my hair, and then that time I was really into Mudvayne, and I think Mudvayne came out with his first album, Low Point 5 or something, LD5, something like that. I'm really bad at naming the albums from the band, but so he had a haircut where he looked like a lettuce head, no, like an onion head. The little hair is just on top, shaped on the side. So I told the lady to cut my hair. I want a haircut like that. And she's like, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, why not? Paying you." She was probably a mom too. She was probably saying, "I want to like my son cutting his hair like that." And first thing you know, I am going to my house and showing off my haircut to my mom. And I wanted to dye it blue, and I wanted the same thing as Mudvayne had his hair. She was ironing that day, and biggest mistake showing up to my parents' house with my haircut like that. And good thing I had the spider sense too, because I ran to the restroom, closed the door. Once I did that, I heard a big loud slam on the door. And I opened up the door, and guess what? She threw the freaking iron. Thank God I closed the door right on time. I think she was ironing the clothes with that thing, and she just threw it at me. That's how moms were back then, tough. So I remember seeing her expression of her face, how how she was like really pissed off, man. Like Hispanic moms, man, you don't want to mess with them. So here I am drawing a crossover with Spider-Man and a zombie. Look, let's see how that goes, and we'll take it from there. For anybody new here in the channel, this is Zaturn Comics. It's just an idea I brought up. You know, since young, I love comic books. Since I was a kiddo, I started having ideas of just one day make a comic book. Well, it's been, I'm not going to tell how many years, but it's been a long time, and I'm still working on a comic book that I haven't been able to publish, but it's there. The good thing is there. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've been working on. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, sir. Stick around so you can see how it's going to end up. But just want to show what I've been working on, my comic book lately. So this character is Death, Shadow Death. It's a long story, but you can see him here on top of the building. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, I've just got to work on I already have the story written. I just got to put the bubbles around, and you know, I don't want to make it really, I cannot say professional, because I don't know what professional is about. I'm a local artist and just inspired by so many comics out there, so many stories out there, just like anybody else, right? Big fan of Spawn, big fan of The Crow, and that's how I most likely got the idea of Shadow Death. And here's another epic drawing I did about him. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's on fire in the wall. It looks like he's getting tortured. So, check this out. This is one of the main cover pages for the comic book. So, let's see how that goes, right? Shadow Death. You can follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of drawings in there. Red Saturn Comics, just the way it is there, too. So, I'm doing this little crossover of Spider-Man and zombie look. So, I actually finished another drawing barely today. I did like a little crossover of Charlie Brown and Snoopy, like a Cholo style one. You see, sometimes my way of looking something is so simple that it looks like a third grader just drew the teeth on this thing. And then later on I'll fix it up. Just it's a sketch, you know, that's how you start figuring out how sketches work. Remember, I'm not a professional. I just learn the skills by looking, by learning. And of course, they always say I have a gift by doing this. How do I learn drawing? Well, since I was a little kid, my mother will take me to church and I wouldn't stay still. So she'll hand me a notebook with a pen and I'll start drawing all this crazy stuff since I was little. And of course, they didn't like church. So that's how everything started. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. Just a simple, easy, crazy sketch. I actually seen a couple of those What If, that episode where like most of those Marvel characters are turned into zombies. Just love the way how Captain America looks, man. That's crazy. Well, the weekend's almost over, and here we go back to a routine, right? Back to work. And then you go to work, and everybody's talking about the football games and how much your team sucks and how much wins have their teams have won. It's like they don't want to show up to work so they can make fun of me. I'm not gonna tell you what team I go for. They want to look like Cowboys, but I don't see nothing Cowboys about it. Not anymore. Well, my father, I don't know technically. My father, he's an artist, so his art is really different from mine. He hated the idea of me drawing all this stuff. But now it's like I live under his roof, so there's no more of I'm not gonna be doing this in my house because I don't live in his house anymore. So now when he comes to my house, he tells me, "Oh, it's a really nice drawing there." I wish I could show you guys all the sketches I used to have back then when I was in high school or middle school. That's how much. I want to say that ever since, what year can I tell that I really put my mind to think and say I want to do comics. And of course, it had to be like really late in the night. You were young, probably high school, I settled my mind to say, you know what, I want to do this and that. It doesn't make sense here, but let's see if I could go through some Spider-Man pictures because I don't know him that much in memory. And I've seen some young kids just know how he looks and just do their. Oh, that looks messy, man. But it's fixable, right? Don't ever stressed out when you're drawing something and say, I can't do this because this is a sketch. Pencil and sketching, it just helps out. Now, if you really come to a point where you really can't do it and you're getting frustrated, you're going to just have to walk away. I'm probably going to walk away from this right now. Not just kidding. Just having fun here. Just kind of talking about a little bit of experience that I'm going through here. Hey, thank you. How you doing, man? It's Sunday. The weekend's almost over, but oh well, right? So, as I was explaining how sometimes when I'm drawing and it gets so frustrating, just you're gonna have to walk away from it and go find something, you know, wash the dishes or throw the trash. If you have to, just watch a movie too, man. Right? Hey, thank you, man. Burton? I'm sorry, man. I'm really bad at reading. But yeah, it's gonna be a crossover. It's a zombie Spider-Man crossover, and how can I show you how? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. Just showing how sometimes whatever you have in your mind, just draw it out there, sketch it, have fun with it. Don't stress over it because the moment you stress over it, it's not gonna let you concentrate. Like one point, I had two jobs at one point, and I I had the weekends off, and I would wake up early in the morning, so excited, make a nice little coffee, and sit on my desk and hear the little birds outside whistling. Nah, that was not a bird. That was my homeboy outside. So I was, I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't do nothing right. I couldn't even ink. I couldn't even color. I didn't even know how to color because it was just stressing me over having two jobs. And I was like, where I got myself into? I mean, I really didn't need those two jobs. I just needed my main job, but I decided to just, okay, I'm gonna have a little extra money. I could buy stuff for my backyard and fix my backyard, but you know what? I decided to leave my backyard alone, and it looks nice how it looks right now. Bunch of dirt and looks like a cemetery. So can't complain there. So here I am, now enjoying Sundays and drawing a little sketch for you guys. So you see how it looks with, I'm sorry the lighting looks pretty bad here, but once I start inking it, I could go more real into it. I could focus on the body. I'll do that later on. But I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about when you start inking. What kind of inking can you work on? You know, there are really good inking pens or brushes, but I only use the ink pen. And I actually get them from Amazon. Doesn't say much from it. But it has a double sided, like it has a big brush one, and it has the other one that's like for tracing. And or else you could get some of this one from Walmart. I got this kind of ink. They work pretty good. They all have different sizes. You start messing around with them and start testing them out and start liking whichever you like, right? So I'll start with this one just for the outside, and then from there we'll see what we're dealing with. But yeah, this is just practicing, having fun with it, learning from it. Now these days, you could just log in YouTube and watch dudes doing comics and drawings and whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Like I said, I'm just a local. I'm not professional. I wish I could have a job like this, but I'll doubt somebody will hire me, right? But you know what? Just don't push yourself to the limit. I mean, now what I heard about getting a job for Marvel is so crazy, man. DC, the pressure they have, the little pay they have. Like, don't. I mean, unless you're gonna do it, then do it, right? But this is most likely a hobby for me, and this is just something. Okay, bye. Thank you for stopping by. I will post this drawing later on Instagram or during the week. Like I said, you can check out my Instagram page. Red Zaturn Comics, Saturn with a Z. Um, so you'll find out. You'll find a lot of my drawings out there. The style I have. So I'll just ink this right away, just so you can get an idea how. Look how crazy that looked, man. It's just like you're making a mess out of yourself. I mean, me for being an artist, I am a messy artist. I actually had to clean up the whole thing here because I had markers everywhere, had colored pencils, I had a mess everywhere. So I kind of like it when it's like that because it gives me more focus. Because when I clean it out, that's when I'm like, oh, I want to clean this. But you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to be organized. So you'll be drawing uh, panels or just drawings like this because you have to be organized no matter what. No matter what. Even though that's gonna help out too. If you can't get that drawing going and you can't find yourself with a drawing, and your desk is a mess or you have papers here and over there, rulers over here and over there, start cleaning all that mess up. And that's going to help you out to clear out your mind at least to work back whatever you need to work on, right? Art is beautiful, man. Art is out there. Everybody has a style. You cannot tell somebody, oh man, you don't know how to draw. Because we've seen it out there where drawings are so messy and they're worth a lot of money, right? So don't ever estimate the style of art because there's so many ways of art that we don't understand, but oh well, it is what it is. It's gonna look nice in the living room, right? Worth like $10 million. So another thing you could do when you're drawing is you could actually sell your art like in any like art gallery places or like those places that have out there for art. Now everything, back then, you had to pay with cash. Now you can just carry your phone and you have catch app, not catch up, catch app, you know. So yeah, we all know the tricks. We know all the conversations about this, but we still like to hear it. We like to hear the history of Wolverine. We like to hear the history of Superman, Batman, so many times that they have done the movie so many times, and people still go watch the movies from them. Now, when will we ever see a crossover on a movie from, let's say, Marvel and DC? And they have, you can let me know. Because I'm not really into it. I mean, I love the art. It's really different to know a lot of stuff. And there is a lot of people out there, they know their stuff, right? But, I just learn for what I see and for whatever I know. I have comic books, but I don't have a bunch. Say I have 300, 500, 1,000 comic books, but I have a few of them where their collectibles or their keepers, and just love the feeling of going through every page, judging the background, looking at every character in the background. I'm really detailed about it because that's how you learn certain stuff from them and how panels they work around stories. So, bye. Petrolin, that's how you say it? Oh my god. The last person that should have a channel on this. Here we are, Spider-Man. I actually drew a Spider-Man crossover with the movie The Fly. You could check it out there on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, check out my art. I done a couple of zombie ones too with crossovers. I think I done Shazam. That was one of my first ones. I was like, I like doing this crossover stuff, especially working on another story where I ran a story where there's zombies too. So that's something to have skills from. Especially when I mean, like The Walking Dead had opened up so many doors for everybody out there, right? How in the hell can you make a series last so long like that about zombies, right? So this is just a sketch, and you're gonna find so many mistakes on this drawing. But oh well, man. If I'm doing it so bad, let me know. I won't get sad about it. It's just I know that I'm not a professional. I'm just a local artist here from El Paso, Texas, and just having fun with this. Commissions have never come to my site, but I have been so close of having some commissions out there. And I'm always like, you know what? I could work with this. I could work, how much are you can pay me for a page? You're like, nah, man, you know what? I want to, I just want to have my name on a story or whatever. I'll do it for free. And they're like, what? You're crazy. And I haven't got the commission for it. Then I should have charged $50 for one page or something. I don't know what I did wrong there. But it is what it is. So that's why I decided to just work on my own stuff and then from there, you know, whatever happens, happens. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of artists out there like that too. He looks like a wrestler now, huh? What do you think? Luchador? Once I put the colors, I should change the mode of it, right? Always like, don't stress out yourself when you start drawing or start dedicating to it. Like you see the ones that have the actual space out where you have to draw the whole body and it gets more detail to it. If you're a first starter, I say you start with like a just the cement of the face of it. That would help you a lot to just practice and practice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you got to learn the other stuff if you really want to get into that, right? But you know, for a starter, it's not bad to just start with the close up, the faces, the masks. So, okay. There we go. sometimes you gotta risk it to know the what parts do you want to leave the shade and what parts you have to leave it the light on. Like I always learned, I think I learned this from Dave Fitcher. Always draw a little circle on whatever the light you want. And of course, the light of the image is going to be good to have it here. So what I do is just look at a little circle, knowing that that circle is the light and it's pointing directly to this angle. Now you know the light's hidden. Like that. Once you start coloring, you have the idea how to color the light colors and the shadowing from it. So that's something else you could learn from that. You probably already know it if you're an artist out there. So I actually draw, focus on right now. I'm working. You're not gonna believe it, but I have right now 3 to probably 4 comic books. I'm almost, finishing. I like to do it underground, man. This is just a drawing I was working on this week. So you know, when you get into characters, I want to be honest with you. Like, if you can't afford the material that you really need to make a comic book, it is not too hard to just get a, a regular paper, man, and then start folding them in half and start making your own comic book. How's that gonna work? Well, you go to a print shop, you you see how you could work with it. I finally find somebody, and it's been already a year. I haven't gone to the guy, but I promised him that I wanted to work with him so he can make me those, um, public like local comic books. So when I'm ever in a Comic Con, I could, have some comics and have the meaning of why this channel is Zaturn Comics. Because I have a comic, not just I just put the name because I like to draw comics. I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I want to have my own comic books and I have my own stories. And whoever has followed me on Instagram, they know what I'm talking about. But yeah, all right. So we have most of the part. I will finish this drawing later on, and I will post it on Instagram. Just wanted to share how I started this sketching of Spider-Man crossover with a zombie, and let's see how it goes, man. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon. All right, bye.